Yes, you can see my screen.
Sir, screen is visible. Very good evening.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes, so last time when we were discussing about Indian ethos, I hope that you all have done the homework of reading the Triguna theory, which consists of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. I hope that everyone has read that theory. So we will start with the discussion. So anyone who can initiate the discussion, you can unmute and start with it. Yes.
Here.
Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, ज़्यादा but I think it plays a very important role in human body and the functioning behavior. These three
Yes.
particular Vata, Pitta, and I think I'm not very much familiar with these words, but I have gone through with a small introduction in the Google.
Okay.
And what I understand that these are the internal components of the human body. They are
Yes.
connected with the mind, and I mean it's a better known as a mansa. I think this kind of thing I have gone through.
Okay, very good. Anyone else? Very good. It is correct. Anyone else?
So, hello.
Yes, Omkar.
Hello.
Yes,
Sir,
Omkar, you are audible.
Okay, sir. In Sattva, it includes goodness, calmness, and harmonious things. In Raja, passion, activity, and movements. And in Tamas,
Okay.
ignorance, inertia, and laziness are included.
Okay. Yes, anyone else? Correct. It is also correct. Yes, anyone else? So only 2 students had read about it. So okay, very good. So it is correct. Both the explanation given are correct. So Triguna theory is based on the learnings of Bhagavad Gita. This theory was first written in or used in Bhagavad Gita. And this theory says that in each and every person, every human being is having these 3 guns. First one is Sattva, then Rajas, and the last one is Tamas. तो जितने भी ह्यूमन बीइंग्स है, चाहे आप हो, चाहे मैं हूं या कोई भी, सब में ये 3 गुण होते ही हैं. This is written in Bhagavad Gita. Now, the explanation of this Triguna theory is, or how it is related to management, and how it is relevant today also, and how it will remain relevant in future also. So it is said that each and every human being is having these three, and of personality. Now, when we are aware that these three qualities are present in each and every human being, how our personality shapes is dependent upon which of these three gun plays an important role in our personality, and that type of personality we will have. Majorly, they have said that there are three types according to Triguna theory. It is not that there are only three types of personalities. Some psychologists says that there are two types of personality. Our Indian scriptures says that there are, say, these three types of personality, whereas some Western thinkers, they have suggested that there are as many as 16 types of personality. So now we will be concentrating only on what Indian scripture says. So it says that these three qualities or these three types of personality, the person who believes in spirituality, who is very clear about what he is supposed to do and what will be the results of his action, who is intelligent, who is divine, that type of person is having sattva quality, that is sattva type of personality. It doesn't mean that other two parts will not be there or other two guns will not be there, but his major gun is sattva. The lesser guns are, we can say, rajas and tamas. Then rajas gun, it talks about passion, it talks about movement, it talks about attachment, it talks about desire, it talks about enthusiasm. तो अगर कोई व्यक्ति है कि जो हमेशा, जैसे हमने पहले भी देखा कि सेक्रीफाइस, त्याग की भावना हमें पहले से ही दी जाती है. Why? Because from thousands of years we are brought up in that manner. Our ancestors were brought up in that manner. So any person which we feel that that person is ready to share all his things with some needy person. If we talk about, say, personalities like Ratan Tata, personalities like Azim Premji, personalities like Sudha Murthy, personalities like our late President APJ Abdul Kalam. So we can very easily find out that these people, they always concentrated on what they can contribute towards the development of the nation as well as development of people. They were not expecting anything in return. That means that their sattva quality was more dominant than the other qualities. If we talk about Mother Teresa, all these examples can be called as a sattva personality, जहां पर हम सोसाइटी के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, हम देश के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, जब ये भावना है और हमें रिटर्न में क्या चाहिए जब ये नहीं रहता है, then we can say that yes, sattva quality is more and the other two types are lesser, we can say dominating. Now rajas type of personality, it is not that sattva is the topmost personality or it is the best personality and rajas personality is not at all the best personality. Both these personalities are called as good type of personalities, but rajas is the people. For example, for rajas, we have said that these people are passionate towards their work, they are energetic towards their work, they are enthusiastic towards their work. If we talk about, say, Elon Musk, if we talk about Mr. Mukesh Ambani, if we talk about Mr. Adani, all these people are workaholic. They are very energetic, they are very enthusiastic, and they love their job. So much so that they want to be number one in their field. That is what they are expecting. These are their expectations, that my company should be number one. I should be the topmost person in the world. If we talk about Jeff Bezos, if we talk about Warren Buffett, all these personalities can be called as rajas personalities. Rajas means that their energy, their enthusiasm, their workaholicness is more dominating than their sattva type, or we can call tamas type. So their personalities can be called as the rajas personality. Now the last personality is called as tamas, or last gun in human being is called as tamas. Now tamas, it talks about materiality, it talks about illusion, it talks about inactivity, it talks about heaviness, laziness or inertia. अब पहला सत्व में हमने एग्जांपल्स देखे कि मेनली सोशल वर्कर्स और ऐसे लोग जो हमेशा ये चाहते हैं कि कैसे वो दूसरे की मदद कर सकते हैं. These people are called as sattva, or they are social type of who believes in spirituality, who believes that if God has given me so much, it is my responsibility that I should give something in return to the downtrodden people or to the needy people. This is what their belief is, कि भगवान ने मुझे इतना कुछ दिया है तो मेरी ये जिम्मेदारी है, मेरी ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि जितना हो सके मैं जो जरूरतमंद है उसकी मदद करूं. That is sattva. Examples also we have discussed. We have discussed the examples of the second type or second guna also, that is called as rajas. Now what can be the example of tamas, which talks about materiality? Materiality means that when we start giving more emphasis, or we start giving more, say, concentration to earning money and money. बहुत पैसा चाहिए मुझे. That is materiality. Illusion means we live in a world where we forget that a person who is born will die one day, and we cannot take all the materialist things with us to the other world. कि जब हम, कुछ लोग ऐसा समझते हैं कि पैसा कमाना है, सिर्फ पैसा कमाना है, by hook or crook they want to earn money. they can compromise on their ethics also to earn more and more money. These type of people, they fail to understand one simple thing, and that is that if they are earning so much of money, what is the use if they cannot take this money, or they cannot take the benefit of earning money to the next world? And these people who believes only in earning wealth, only in earning money, and that too by hook or crook, by compromising the business ethics, then these people are called as a person whose tamas personality is more active than the rajas and sattva personality. We all are aware that who are the people who can be categorized under this tamas type of personality. So we will not name them. तो हर इंसान में तीन तरह की क्वालिटी, एक में सत्व भी है, और रजस भी है, और तमस भी। किसी की सत्व अगर ज्यादा पावरफुल है तो वी कैन कॉल दैट पर्सन अ स्पिरिचुअल पर्सन। किसी में अगर बहुत ज्यादा एनर्जी है, वो काम करना चाहता है, खुद का भला और दूसरों का भी भला करना चाहता है, तो वी कैन से दैट हिज रजस टाइप ऑफ गुण इज वेरी एक्टिव। एंड द पर्सन हु इज ओनली टू हिमसेल्फ, who believes only for his wealth, that person is called as the person having tamas. Now in history you might have read that Alexander the Great, who has conquered around the whole world, not the complete world, but most part of the world he has conquered, and that too in his early 30s. Just imagine a king who was so powerful that in his 20s and early 30s he was able to conquer most part of the world, not a country. So he was having a desire that he want to conquer the entire world. He want to earn so much of money or so much of wealth which no one would have imagined also. That was his desire. सबसे ज्यादा पावर होनी चाहिए, सबसे ज्यादा पैसा होना चाहिए. That was his desire. And to fulfill that desire, he left his own country with the army, and he decided that he want to conquer all the world. That every one of us has read the history. But the day when he died, he realized that he was running after the materialistic things, and he instructed on his deathbed, when he was about to die, he instructed his ministers that when his funeral will take place, then both his hands should be open, दोनों हाथ खुले हुए होने चाहिए. जब उससे पूछा गया कि लास्ट विश ये क्यों आपकी, तब उसने बताया कि सिर्फ पैसा कमाना और कितनी धन दौलत ले ली मैंने, कितना भी किया, तो भी मैं मरने के बाद अपने साथ कुछ नहीं ले जा पा रहा. ये realization, and that was the realization of a king who has conquered the most part of the world. If we talk about in India also, you might be aware of the last influential or powerful emperor, we can say, of the Mughal dynasty was Aurangzeb. It is not that after Aurangzeb, Mughal emperors were not there. The last Mughal emperor was Bahadur Shah Zafar. But the last most powerful emperor, we can say, is he was Aurangzeb. We all know how Aurangzeb was. He was very aggressive, and he also believed in conquering the entire country. But before conquering the entire country, he died. And again, he also, during the last days, when he was not keeping well, during the last days, he realized that whatever he had done was not correct. Instead of constantly or continuously running after only to earn more and more wealth, last time he realized on his deathbed that he should have concentrated more on, say, welfare of the people. He should have done more spiritual things or divine things. That was his last thoughts. So the person who were having very powerful, we can say, tamas type of personality. Now these two examples can be called as tamas. Ki by hook or crook we want to be powerful. Recently also there are many personalities, many people in the country who can be categorized under tamas type of personality. और जहां पर हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कि जो 3 गुण है उसमें से उनमें शायद सबसे बड़ा गुण ये दिखता है. Now how they are thinking also, if we just say read about these personalities, if we read the personalities of people who believe in spirituality, how they are, if we talk about the personality of enthusiastic, energetic people, how they are, and if we talk about the tamas type of personality, again, how they are, we come to. On YouTube today, I have watched a very small story also. When I was searching videos on this 3 types of personality or Trigona theory, I came across with a very good story related to these 3 types of personality. Very small story, 5-minute story. I'll tell you also that story. And that story is related to that 3 friends were there, and they were living in a village. For the last 2-3 years, there was no rain in the village. And in those days, agriculture was the only way they can cultivate their farms. And after reaping their crop, after selling their crop, they used to earn money, and their household used to work on that. But for the last 2-3 years, there was no rainfall, and because of that, they were not earning anything. So they were not able to fulfill the needs of their families also. So decided that they will go to the city and they will work in the city and they will earn money so that they can take care of their family. So three friends, they went in search for a job, and as they were not very rich, they were walking all the way to the city. तो पैदल जब जा रहे थे, काफी दूर थी सिटी गांव से, तो जाते जाते थक गए। तो थकने के बाद एक पेड़ के नीचे बैठे, तो उन्होंने देखा कि उनका पानी खत्म हो गया है, उनका खाना जो उन्होंने घर से लिया था वो भी खत्म हो गया। तो तीनों सोच रहे थे कि अब भूख और प्यास दोनों लग रही है उनको, और सिटी तो अभी भी काफी दूर है शहर, तो कैसे करेंगे हम लोग। तभी अचानक एक फ्रेंड की नजर पड़ती है कि थोड़ी ही दूर पर एक आम का पेड़ दिखता है। तो वो फ्रेंड बोलता है कि एक फ्रेंड बोलता है कि इधर तो आम का पेड़ है, दूसरे दो आराम कर रहे हैं, तब तक मैं जाता हूं और देखता हूं कि क्या हो सकता है, आम कैसे हैं, मीठे हैं या नहीं है। तो वो फ्रेंड जाता है और देखता है कि आम के पेड़ पे काफी आम लगे हुए हैं। जैसे ही वो आम तोड़ने की कोशिश करता है अपनी प्यास बुझाने के लिए और अपना भूख बुझाने के लिए, कि आम का रस पीऊंगा तो प्यास जाएगी, आम खाऊंगा तो मेरी भूख भी चली जाएगी, ऐसा वो सोचता है। और जैसे ही आम तोड़ने की कोशिश करता है, तो उसकी नजर नीचे अचानक से जाती है और नीचे दिखता है कि काफी पके हुए आम गिरे हुए। तो उसे अचानक से एक चीज रियलाइज होती है कि जो आम पेड़ पे लगे हुए हैं उनको तोड़ने तक ये नीचे के पके हुए आम भी मैं खा सकता हूँ। जो 4-5 आम पड़े हुए थे वो उसने खा लिए, और उसकी जो गुठली थी उसे बाद में एक और चीज खाते हुए रियलाइज होती है कि इतना मीठा आम है, मेरी भूख भी चली गई, मेरा प्यास भी चली गई। तो नाउ व्हाट शुड आई डू। तो जो गुठली है वो छोटे छोटे से खड्डे खोदता है और उस गुठलियां उसमें डाल देता है खड्डों। द रीजन बिहाइंड इज दैट one day again, with the help of these seeds, the mango tree will grow, and it will help the other people also who will be coming from this way. Then they can also eat the fruits of the tree after say 5 years, 10 years, whenever they will be coming. So that was his, what we can say, वो उसकी थिंकिंग थी, वो उसकी सोच थी। उसने दबाए और वापस एक पेड़ के नीचे जाके वो आराम कर। दूसरा फ्रेंड उठा, उसने भी देखा वो आम का पेड़, वो आम के पेड़ के पास गया, वो आम के पेड़ पे चढ़ा और उसने 2-3 आम तोड़े, वो आम खा लिए। उसका पेट भरने के बाद उसे ऐसा लगा कि आम की अगर मैं 2-3 टहनियां तोड़ दूंगा या काट लूंगा तो ये लकड़ी मैं शहर में ले जा सकता हूं और लकड़ी बेच के मैं कुछ पैसे कमाऊंगा, जिससे मैं कोई काम शुरू कर सकता हूं और मैं अपने परिवार को अच्छे से संभाल सकता हूं। उसने वैसा ही किया, जो भी लकड़ियां हाथ से तोड़ सकता था वो सारी टहनियां उसने आम की तोड़ दी, वो बांधी और साइड में रख दी कि थोड़ी देर के बाद मैं आराम कर लेता हूं और उसके बाद लेके जाऊं। फिर वो भी अपना एक पेड़ के नीचे आराम करने लगा। तब तक तीसरा फ्रेंड जग गया। तीसरा फ्रेंड आया, उसने भी आम का पेड़ देखा, उसे भी भूख लग रही थी, प्यास लग रही थी, वो चढ़ गया। अब उस फ्रेंड को, उसने एक आम तोड़ा, वो खाया, उसे बहुत खट्टा लगा। उसने दूसरा आम तोड़ा, उसने खाया, उसे वो भी खट्टा लगा। ऐसे करते करते उसने 4, 5, 6, 10 आम तोड़े, खाए, पर कोई भी आम उसे मीठा नहीं लगा। वो नहीं पहचान पाया कि कौन सा आम मीठा होगा या कौन सा आम खट्टा होगा। उसे इस बात का बहुत गुस्सा आया कि ये आम का पेड़ किसी काम का नहीं है, इसमें जो भी फल लगे हुए हैं उसमें बिल्कुल टेस्ट नहीं है। उसने ध्यान नहीं दिया कि जो पके हुए फल हैं वो नीचे गिरे हुए हैं या ऊपर किसी टहनी पे लगे हुए हैं, उसने उतना ध्यान नहीं दिया। वो तेजी से नीचे उतरा, उसके पास माचिस था। उसने सूखी टहनियां आसपास जमा की और आग लगा दी और पूरा पेट जल गया। तो दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टोरी इज रिलेटेड टू द त्रिगुण which a person is having. पहला फ्रेंड गया, आम तोड़ने वाला था तो उसे नीचे दिखाई दिए आम। उसने सोचा कि आम जब तक उनकी लाइफ है वो पेड़ पर ही अच्छे दिख रहे हैं, क्यों मैं उनको तोड़ूं। नीचे वाले भी तो आम मैं खा सकता हूं। उसने खा लिए। खाने के बाद भी उसने गुठलियां नहीं फेंकी, बल्कि उसके मन में ये ध्यान आया कि जैसे मेरी भूख और प्यास मिटी है, शायद कोई कभी आएगा यहां से, तो उसके लिए भी मैंने कुछ प्रोविजन करना चाहिए। इसलिए गुठलियां फेंकने की जगह उसने वहां खड्डा किया और वो किया। दैट शोज हिज स्पिरिचुअल वैल्यूज, that he is believing in the thing that he wants to help the other people, help the society. God has given me this gift, but how this gift can be utilized by others also. जब मुझे भूख और प्यास लग रही थी, भगवान ने मुझे ये पेड़ दिखाया, भगवान की वजह से मैं इतने अच्छे फल खा पाया, तो यही फल का स्वाद दूसरे लोग भी कैसे ले सकते हैं। That was his thinking. That is why he dug the he sowed the seeds of the mango. The second person was intelligent, we can say. He was very energetic, he was enthusiastic. तो उसने खुद तो खाए खाए, पर वो एनर्जेटिक था, एंथुजियास्टिक था, वर्कोहलिक था। उसे ये लगा कि ठीक है, सारा पेड़ नहीं, पर जितना पेड़ मैं छोटी छोटी टहनियां तोड़ सकता हूँ या सूखी हुई टहनियां जो है वो तोड़ सकता हूँ आसानी से, उतना तोड़ लेता हूँ ताकि मैं शहर में जाके इनको बेचूं, कुछ पैसा कमाऊं, कुछ धंधा करूं, जिससे कि मेरा भी भला होगा, कुछ लोगों का भी भला होगा और मेरे फैमिली का भी भला होगा। दैट वाज हिज थिंकिंग। तो वी कैन से दैट रजस टाइप ऑफ गुण was dominating in his personality. And the last person who was unable to make out between the sour mango or raw mango and a ripe mango or a sweet mango, जिसके पास इतना पेशेंस नहीं था कि देखे, सोचे, एक आम तोड़ने के बाद अच्छा हरे कलर का आम है, ये कच्चा आम है, अगर मैं ये तोड़ूंगा तो ये खट्टा ही रहेगा, अगर पीले कलर का थोड़ा सा आम तोड़ता हूं, थोड़ा सा बेशक ऊपर है, ऊपर चढ़ के तोड़ता हूं तो शायद वो मीठा रहेगा। उसने पास पास के ही आम तोड़े, नीचे जो पके हुए थे उसके ऊपर ध्यान भी नहीं दिया, और गुस्से में आकर कि इस पेड़ का ही कोई फायदा नहीं है, उसने पूरा पेड़ ही जला दिया। दैट मीन्स दैट रजस, मुझे नहीं तो किसी को भी नहीं, मटेरियलिस्टिक थिंकिंग। तो वी कैन से दैट rajas type of gun was dominating in that particular friend. So this is the triguna theory. So in the management also, how it is linked to management is very simple, that when we are recruiting employees. We are recruiting employees with all these three guns. Sattva prevalent. Some of the employees may have rajas and some of the employees may have tamas. Now, it is not that a person who is having tamas prevalent or tamas dominating in his personality cannot be converted into other type of personality. So it is converted. It can be converted. Oh, sorry, he can or she can be converted. How? Then through the through teaching or making the person understand the importance of spirituality or importance of values or importance of beliefs. These persons can also be converted into the rajas type of personality or sattva type of personality. Sattva type of personality will take time, because to understand the fact that now we have to concentrate on the upliftment of the society also, it takes time. But for rajas, converting tamas to rajas, it is not very time consuming. So the management should always try to concentrate, to understand first that which gun is dominating in the employee. And if they come to know that tamas is dominating, try how they can convert the tamas gun to the rajas gun. Because for sattva gun, it takes time. Work. Or if we take the example of Bill Gates, after becoming the richest man on the earth for so many years, then Mr. Bill Gates realized that God has been very kind to me. God has given me everything in the life. So now, giving it back to the society. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for the upliftment of downtrodden in the society. Same is the case with Mark Zuckerberg also. That the wealth which he has earned, donate it to the society. Also involved in social activities. About the Tata group of companies, that the companies is controlled by a trust, Tata Trust, and that trust is again the social activities, social welfare activities. So after earning, then you can concentrate on this. It is very difficult that initially we can concentrate on spirituality or on sattva. Although type of personality dominating, you can fulfill this after a certain period of time. So here, what is written in Bhagavad Gita is that convert the tamas into rajas. In those days, we all are aware that how the Bhagavad Gita was created. Aware. In those days, so the learnings were given to the king, that how he should manage his people in the kingdom, कि राजा के क्या क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज होने चाहिए, राजा ने कैसे अपनी उसकी कार्य प्रणाली कैसे होनी चाहिए, that is mentioned, that was given, that was written in Bhagavad Gita. अब हम लोगों ने राजा, अगर हम लोग सिर्फ राजा को ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बोलेंगे, एम्प्लॉइज बोलेंगे, तो ऑल दीज थिंग्स एग्जैक्टली फिट इन मॉडर्न डेज ऑल्सो. ठीक है, तब इंडस्ट्रीज नहीं थी, बट अब वो टीचिंग्स आर वेरी मच रिलेवेंट. वी हैव टू बिलीव इन द ह्यूमन रिसोर्स. A person who is bit lazy, a person who is not concentrating on the work, the person who is problematic, instead of immediately removing the person from the job, the management should at least once try to understand the root cause of the problem, why a person is behaving in this manner. Now, if the management is able to go to the root cause, they can very easily convert a better person. ये तमस जो उसका गुण प्रीवेलेंट है या डोमिनेंट है, उसको वो लोग कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं रजस में, अगर वो रूट कॉज तक प्रॉब्लम की जाना चाहे. अदरवाइज, that if a person is not following the instructions, if a person is breaking the rules, remove that person and employ a new person. But removing a person cost to the company, employing a new person against cost to the company. If the company wants to be profitable, they have to see to it that how they can maintain their existing workforce effectively. That is the main thing. That is why it is said that all these things which were written in thousands of years back are also practicable now. हजारों साल पहले जो लिखा गया वो आज भी क्यों रेलेवेंट है, क्यों वो आज भी प्रॉफिटेबल होता है? Because all at that time also we were very advanced. Our ancestors had a very good knowledge. They were, we can say that they were more advanced than us, and that is why all these things are written years back. That is why now it has been proved that Ram Setu was there, it existed. Now you might have heard that there are evidences that the existence Dwarika was the city of Shri Krishna. After many years, that city went in the water. That is what we all know. बहुत से लोगों को पहले लगता था कि ये सब काल्पनिक है, किसी ने लिखा है. पर आज भी गुजरात का जो समुद्र है वहां पर एविडेंसेस मिले हैं कि देयर वाज अ वेल प्लान्ड सिटी which is there in the sea now. The remains of that city has been collected, or now researches are being conducted, that how thousands of years back also there was a city and how it was submerged under the water. ऐसा क्या हुआ कि वो पूरी पानी के नीचे चली गई. We talk about sanitation, we talk about the sewage lines, we talk about street lights, we talk about roads. In India earlier, when India was not divided, when it was called as Akhand Bharat, in those days, now in Pakistan, you might have heard about Hadappa and Mohenjo-daro. There was a movie also. So those evidences have suggested that the cities which are being found now, those cities were having well planned water supply system. They were having properly covered sewage lines which connected the entire city. They were having sewage treatment plant. They were having roads. So all these things were there thousands of years back also. That is why we can say whatever it has been proved that those things which are being written in our great scriptures, they are not irrelevant things. They are not that someone, some author, if we talk about say Kalidas, if we talk about say Maharshi Valmiki, if we talk about Tulsidas, all these saints, all these say great personalities, that they have written something which they thought कि उनके जो ध्यान में आया वो उन्होंने लिखा और वही ग्रंथ बन गए, तो ऐसा नहीं है. All these grunts now realize that yes, the things which are mentioned are real in those days. And that is why we can say that if why these systems are now becoming very important. और शायद आगे चल के ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि ये सारी चीजें हम लोग देखेंगे कि दोबारा मैनेजमेंट में इंप्लीमेंट की जा रही. Yes, of course, Western companies have implemented these things, but under different theories. But now, because of the concentration of various researchers on these scriptures, great scriptures, we are able to understand that whatever theory which was taught, or if we talk about say Maslow's theory of hierarchy, if we talk about McGregor's two-factor theory, if we talk about Abraham Maslow's theory, so all these theories which are say 50 years back which was introduced, or 100 years back which were introduced, but we have such type of theory or similar theories which were introduced thousands of years back. Only thing is that we were not aware whether these can be implemented in the industries, and now we have realized that yes, these can be implemented in the industries also. So first and foremost thing, that we have to understand the employee And if we have to understand the employee, we should have a knowledge of human psychology, human personality, that we can read our great scriptures. अगर हमें किसी इंसान को समझना है तो सबसे अच्छा तरीका है कि हमें जो प्राचीन हमारे ग्रंथ हैं वो पढ़ने पड़ेंगे. अगर वो हम लोग पढ़ लें तो we can very easily understand the person. And if as a manager you can understand the person, then it will be easier for you to motivate that person for better work, right? So that was related to the Triguna theory, that every human being is having all these three guns. Only thing is, in some people the sattva guna is more dominating, in other people the rajas guna is more dominating, in other type of people there can be tamas gun more prevalent. So we have to just try to convert the tamas from rajas and the rajas from the rajas to sattva. So that is related to the Triguna theory. Now we will talk about the three aspects of humane organization. We are not talking about human organization. We are talking about humane organization. There is a difference between the two words, human and humane. Human, we all know that human is human being, whereas humane, can anybody give me the meaning of humane? What is humane? Human to we all know. What is humane? It is very close to the two different words, sympathy and empathy. Earlier we used to talk about sympathy, कि मैनेजमेंट को हमेशा सिंपैथेटिक रहना चाहिए एम्प्लॉइज के प्रति, ऐसा हम लोग पहले बोलते थे. आजकल हम लोग बोलते हैं कि द मैनेजर शुड बी एम्पैथेटिक टुवर्ड्स द एम्प्लॉइज. एम्पैथी मींस कि जहां मैनेजर अपने आप को एम्प्लॉई के जूते में या एम्प्लॉई के जूते में खड़े होकर सोच सके कि उसे उसकी क्या फीलिंग रहेंगी. तो किसी पे दया करना अलग और किसी के दुख को महसूस करना अलग. So exactly is the same way meaning of humane also, that how you understand the human feelings, human emotions, that is called as humane. So the three things we will be discussing is interpersonal relations, man-machine equation, and the inner management. Inner management means here we are not talking about the management of the company. Here we are talking about our own management. कि हमारा अंदर का management कैसा होना चाहिए, that we will be discussing. So tomorrow we will be talking about these things, that what is interpersonal relation, what is man-machine relations, man-machine equation, and what is inner management, that we will be discussing in tomorrow's session. So far, if you have any query, please go ahead, or otherwise we will wind up the session. Okay, thank you. So thank you everyone for being present in today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.